gonna be a lot of cutting and editing for this video, I'm sure.
The lad deserves to enjoy his final hours.
Welcome everyone. I have two very special guests with me today. I have TheRetroCount. You know him from his famous YouTube channel, TheRetroCount on YouTube. He and I have had a couple of previous discussions. And then, of course, I would also like to very much welcome another very special guest, ATalkingSock. You should go check out his YouTube channel. He makes a lot of fantastic videos. Again, please subscribe to both of them. And guys, I have to ask, what did we just see?
I'm pretty sure, the title said Nintendo Direct 2/8/2023, and right off the bat, they started us off with Pikmin 4.
I'm going to say I'm shocked. I'm actually surprised that they started it off with Pikmin 4. I didn't think they were going to go there.
I kind of had a suspicion just because I had a sneaking feeling that, they were going to show the new the Tears of the Kingdom footage. So I was thinking maybe they would want to show that at the end. At the very least, maybe they'd show Pikmin 4 in the middle, but towards the beginning was not something I was expecting at first. So, I was kind of expecting it, but it was just sort of on the chance, the low possibilities, if that made sense. So, yeah, it was really nice to see, up front.
Yeah, these Nintendo Directs always tend to sort of cold open with something, and I'm used to it being a brand new reveal or whatever it is. It's going to be something that, ends the first half of the year. I was also taken aback when it was Pikmin right off the gate, but it was a great opener because it got me really positive and jazzed throughout the whole presentation. Even when there were bits that I wasn't digging, I was still like, but we got Pikmin looks so good though.
Yeah, not to mention that we also got red Pikmin. I love how they just pointed it out. Just in case you didn't know, it's the red Pikmin. There he is.
There he is. You pulled him up on the Discord chat there.
I love it. Reminds me of that one picture of Squidward where he's on top of the mast and he's pointing down, and it should just say red at the bottom.
Down there, sir.
I definitely want to play the first game, but seeing this game, it does look really fun, and it's just I'm the type of person who's I've never played the original games. How could I start with the fourth one? Even if people say no, you can't start with this. It's yeah, but I don't want to because I feel like I'm cheating. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Pikmin is one of those franchises where you really can just hop in anywhere. There's more of us. There is a story through line. Everything is connected. But it's sort of like reading comic books, where you could just grab any old one off the shelf and, there's not going to be anything in there that you're not expected to understand,
Absolutely.
You could also go to google.com and type in Pikmin 1 ISO ROM free download.
Hey!
It's not difficult.
No, this is not a shadow drop. This is the
Was
exact
it not?
opposite. No, this is not a shadow
Samba
drop.
de Amigo is next.
Mhm,
or
yes.
are we just talking about Nintendo stuff?
No,
we're Samba de Amigo.
Yeah, I'm absolutely on Samba.
I heard nothing about this. I don't know.
Well,
Neither did I.
I'm not on social media constantly anymore. So
yeah. So with Samba de Amigo, it seems like neither of you knew, but it did leak an hour before the direct started.
That doesn't count.
Well, of course it doesn't count, but at the same time, I knew that Samba de Amigo was gonna be there before it even started. I'm like, wow, this would have been great to find out in the direct itself, not on Twitter.com before I got shut down.
Yeah, I think that was the best.
That was the best thing that could have happened.
Yeah, Sega games as of late have been doing that. They've been costume crazy.
I'm down for it. I like the outfits. For the most part, it doesn't seem like they're, you don't have to pay for them with real money. For the most part, some of the outfits in Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania were like that. I think Hello Kitty you have to pay for.
Yeah.
What else? I think Morgana maybe. But
Monster Rancher, definitely.
Exactly. So those outfits were I don't remember how much they were. I'm not trying to put a price tag. Yes, I am. Put that on the screen right now. Thank you. And I feel like Samba de Amigo fits perfectly on the Switch. It belongs on the Switch. The Joy-Cons were the right devices for them. And I'm so glad it's there. On the other hand, I'm actually genuinely shocked that it's there in the first place. I don't remember when the last Samba de Amigo came out, and I don't want to think about it.
All right, we ready to move on?
Yeah.
Samba de Amigo.
Yes. What about it?
He's got maracas, and I really hope that the last thing is that with the Joy-Cons, it has the that HD rumble is what they call it. I really hope it does sound like maracas.
Yeah.
The Joy-Cons. I love the Joy-Cons. Like, I know people don't like them because of the drift, but drift be damned, those are some of my favorite controllers to ever come out of any console. So, really hoping that the maracas has that HD rumble. Okay, now we can move on.
What is this, like PlayStation Home?
Reimagined?
Recognized, reimagined.
You're really excited to talk about this fashion influence.
Absolutely.
Did not catch the title of the game. Someone, please, the name.
You just
It
go
is Fashion
around,
Dreamer, yeah.
You dress up and you go around and you dress up.
Well, you also go around, right?
That's true.
And you dress up.
Yeah, and you dress up.
No, okay, no.
Those are just
That's
rumors,
stretching.
though.
That's stretching.
This is made by the same development team who did the Style Savvy series for Nintendo DS and 3DS.
That's what I was thinking, too.
Yeah, and it essentially looks like a new Style Savvy game, but Nintendo's not publishing it, and they're doing it through Xseed and Marvelous. So it's like, you know, if you were a fan of Style Savvy, it's something that looks more advanced than those past games on the Switch, but it's not called Style Savvy, but it might as well be Style Savvy.
Dead Cells: Return to Castlevania. The DLC for Dead Cells, which I believe was a mobile game, right? But they put it on Switch.
What?
I remember it being an indie hit, you know, among the roguelite boom of a couple of years ago.
Yeah, no. Looking at it though, I got really excited because you know I'm a big fan of those little pixels on the screen. So you know, growing up with Castlevania, this is cool to see. So you know, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's coming out in a month. On March 6th is what I heard. I might be interested in picking it up.
I have not played it. I'm probably going to listen to all the remixed Castlevania tracks, though. Love Castlevania music. Yeah, anyway. Ghost Track!
Here's Ghost Trick.
Ghost Track!
Yeah, I don't think I've heard of Ghost. Like, I've heard of the name, but I don't know what it was about. All I know is that apparently it's made from the same developers as Ace Attorney, Phoenix Wright.
Actually, I was going to comment that the aspect ratio interested me because it looked like a DS or something like that. Did you notice that, or?
Well, no, it's true. It was a DS game. It's a game made for the original DS. I haven't played it myself. I've been meaning to. This is one of those games that there are no other games like as an experience that crafts, you know, an interactive element and a story element and characters. It's one of those things where it just does it so masterfully, or at least that's what, you know, people who write video essays say. I'm really looking forward to it. You know, it's this is one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, Capcom owns this, I guess. We'll probably never see that again. But here it is. So cool.
Oh, good. The
Real.
Splatoon DLC for Splatoon 3.
I think it's good, but to be completely honest, when I saw this, right, I didn't look much into it. This is supposed to be it's supposed to be Splatoon 1, right?
Yeah.
And well, that's part of it. Splatoon 1. Does it have all the features of Splatoon 1?
Yes, it does, because Splatoon has not changed.
That's what I was gonna. What was the point of making Splatoon 3 if you could have just done something like this for Splatoon 2?
I'll tell you why they did it. It sold like 10 million copies in 2 weeks.
Yeah, there it is. You see? You know, Sock tweeted earlier, and it was about the pricing of games, and you were kind of saying that Nintendo will price games differently depending on how they feel the customer will value it.
Well,
you know?
what I was essentially getting at, it's Metroid Prime is what, you know, sort of clued me into this, right? I was thinking like $40 is a fair price, but, you know, friggin' Zelda, Skyward Sword, or, you know, 3D All-Stars with its limited time window thing, Nintendo views their big sellers, their big IPs, as something that they can try riskier but more expensive pricing models on because they're going to sell no matter what, while stuff like Metroid that they want to be popular in the long term but aren't yet, they're more lenient on. It's like, would you pay $60 for WarioWare? We want this game to sell, and if it's too much, it won't, so...
It's just a simple matter of, hey, we know people are gonna buy it. We can make money.
just so sick of the Splatoon model. Like this is a discussion for another day because honestly, I'm
that we would go on forever with that.
Yeah, I'm very sick of Splatoon, and
there was a lot of it's very interesting because like when Splatoon came out and it's just like, oh wow, this is so cool, and it's like, oh wait, no, but yeah.
All right, great.
Part of that was like this. I didn't mention it, but side order was also part of the expansion pass, which looks like I was joking about it during the reactions. It's like, oh come on, Coral Reef expansion, and they did it. So it looks like there's a dead coral reef, and I'm assuming the goal is to bring life and color back to the world. So
that's like Splatoon.
It's like the blob.
Yep.
I was gonna say, so that seems like the story expansion. The whole the Inkopolis expansion, is that really just a hub?
If they put the entire Splatoon 1 single player campaign in there, that'd be a good value proposition.
Exactly, that would be mega worth it. Like at the very least, it'd be like, oh yeah, you can play Splatoon 1 or all over again. It's like, it has been quite a while since Splatoon 1, like 9 or 10 years at this point. It'd be a great.
Well, it came out in 2015. It hasn't been that long.
Oh my god, I may be tripping over myself. I really thought I was playing it in 2013.
Well, I mean, 2015 is like 8 years ago still.
I'm so sorry to tell you that 8 years is a very long time.
No, it's not.
Crumble into dust, my son. Bring me the most recent console, the Nintendo Switch, also 6 years old. Oh my god.
I'm gonna
hold on. Wait a minute.
We're gonna pretend like we understood what that meant.
Give me a second.
Where'd he go?
You were cutting out.
Oh, that was hilarious. Repeat that one more time for me.
Send this on the next auto gyro to pressure.
This next one, I'm gonna let you guys take the realms because again, I know nothing.
Don't look at me.
Hi, local Fire Emblem professional here.
There he is.
Oh wait, I don't have this game. Damn. Moving on. Oh, this one is fantastic because I know all three of us are just gonna be like, no. Harmony Fall of Reverie. You see, that's how much I have no comment on it.
This is a type of game. There are a lot of them, but they don't have a lot of lasting impact. I think we should honor that tradition by moving on so that it doesn't leave much of an impact on this discussion.
Oh, good. I'm glad, because now we get to talk about my least favorite subject, Octopath Traveler 2.
Go ahead, finish up. Finish your thought.
How about you two? Because both of you seem to share the exact same thought about this game. I want you two to start, and then I'll move on to my point.
It seems like every single direct, there's like Octopath Traveler again. And from the first time I saw it in a direct, I was just like, oh, okay, this looks cool. But then, like, I just sort of assumed that I'm having this weird effect where I see it and I'm just like, wait, wasn't this released like last year?
It's so funny. I remember when the first Octopath Traveler was revealed in the January Nintendo Switch, like, keynote thing. And everybody was like, oh, this is genius. You take, SNES sprite art and you put it against these cool HD backgrounds. Oh, this is a game changer. But now they've been using that style almost exclusively for this anime RPG thing. They show it off so often, and every time they have a new one, they spend like 5 or 10 minutes going over the basic mechanics of every RPG. People went from, oh, this is a game-changing new idea that will make these kind of games feel fresh again, to, please let this go away.
I hated Octopath Traveler 1 because they would not stop advertising it. They had a section that was like 7 minutes long in a 45-minute direct at one point. I'm like, why would you keep on advertising this? Stop! And then when Octopath 1 came out, I'm like, it's over. Like, we're done. We don't have to do this again. And then they're like, triangle strategy. I'm like, please, for the love of God. Like, their advertising is so terrible because it just takes away from everything else. And it's boring because we already know what it is. Fox did it better than anyone else. We know what the game is. Don't tell me. Like, I know. Like, stop. All right.
Might be good to add in just now. If we don't like something, that's okay. You can like it. So...
I played the demo, and I didn't care for it. Didn't care for the dialogue. Some of the character designs were alright, the mechanics were bum standard, and if you like this game, you're wrong, I think.
True. Here on the ItzaMii channel, and I don't know how this goes for your guys' channel, but these are our opinions, and we're right, you're wrong. If you don't like him, you can leave. I'm just joking. I need the
Come.
subscribers and I need the viewers. Please subscribe. Please comment. Please like the video. And tell me if you love Octopath Traveler 2 in the comments, and I will ridicule you for it. So let's move on to We Love Katamari. Because we do love Katamari.
My transition was better.
No, it wasn't. I'm sorry. Yes, it was. Go ahead.
I'm happy. We Love Katamari is the sequel to the first one. Is that correct? From PS2.
Yeah.
That was,
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm happy because Katamari, I didn't grow up with it, but I got the first one on PS2. The first one was PS2, right? Pretty sure.
Yep. Yep.
And I enjoyed it very much. But I'm always down for, reboots, not reboots, remakes, just making it more accessible for not only me, but other people who are interested in the series, because Katamari is just one of those games where it puts you in a trance and you're just like, oh my god, very nice. So I'm excited for this one.
Yeah, same. Looks like a fun sort of dissociation kind of game. The kind of one where you're listening to a podcast or whatever, you've done the dishes, done the laundry, you're like, I just need something to do with my hands. So you pick up your little Katamari and you roll over some sumo wrestlers, and it's a good time.
And as my fellow ADHD people may know, that's absolutely true. It's just you need something to do with your hands sometimes. So
Yeah.
there's definitely some focus involved. You gotta get like a certain size of the ball, and you have to get certain
For
items.
sure.
But absolutely.
They don't have a ball in this park. I don't know anything about Katamari.
Ball go bird. That's all I gotta know.
There's a demo coming out for it, right? Like an online trial sort of thing?
Oh yeah, you Nintendo Switch fans with the NSO subscriptions, you can get that for free on February 20th if you want to try it out. It's a pretty cool game.
Let's move on to Sea of Stars.
All right, now that you've mentioned Sea of Stars, okay, great topic, guys. Moving on.
If we're ready to move on, because I know
notes.
you're
Yes.
excited about this one, so I'll let you take the stage.
All right, so Mario 3.
Yes.
So Advance Wars Reboot Camp is finally coming out, and they advertised it not with gameplay, but with what looks like a cinematic. This hand-drawn little thing going on. And part of me is hoping that because they decided to delay the game and said, oh yeah, it's because of the war, we don't want to look bad because of the war. Part of me hopes that they were like, oh, this is our excuse. Okay, we really wanted to do cutscenes, animated cutscenes, but we just didn't have the time. So let's convince Nintendo that it would be bad PR to release it during the war and delay it again so that we can put those in. If that's the case, I'd find that really funny.
That would be hilarious. I would admit it. That's the funniest thing I could imagine. But I was just gonna say we should try to get on in the future on Advance Wars because it is multiplayer online.
Yeah.
And it seems like it'd be great fun.
Totally.
Oh, well, what about them services?
What do you think of that?
Like functioning servers?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
You're asking for too much. Stop that. Stop that. You leave my $1 billion indie company alone. How dare you?
The indie stands for industrial.
It's good to have these games. I will comment though, kind of a small selection at first. A couple more titles on here would have been beneficial. I think Pokemon Red and Blue would have been good to have on here. I don't know why they didn't have the first Super Mario Land on here, but
Because it stinks.
I mean,
Still.
he's right. Yes, absolutely. But
it doesn't matter if it stinks. I think it still should be on here.
I mean, you
No, I agree. I agree.
okay? You can say it sinks all you want, but then they put Gargoyle's Quest, and then what was
Game-
Hey!
what was that one detective game that they put on there? Completely random.
Alone in the dark. Alone in the dark. I will not stand for Gargoyle Quest slander. Good sir.
I'm just saying they're adding.
I did play Gargoyles last night.
I'm just saying
For the
they're
first
adding a bunch of random titles. They went for Wario Land 3 when you literally have Mario Land 3, Wario Land 1, and Wario Land 2. They're like, where are they? Why Wario Land 3?
Or just like the NES classic, Donkey Kong 2 Super Mario. I ruined my joke.
Donkey Kong.
It's Donkey Kong 2.
I was like, oh, there he is. There's Donkey Kong.
It's Donkey Kong.
And my Nintendo Switch Online, it's more likely than you'd think.
I am happy to see Zelda on here, as I it's always welcome. I'm glad to see Oracle of Ages and Seasons, because if I recall, those cartridges are kind of pricey.
Oh yeah.
Of course, they were on. I'm assuming they were on the 3DS and Wii U eShops, right? At some point.
Yes, Oracle.
Definitely on 3DS.
Ages are both on the 3DS.
So I'm happy to see those. And then the they're gonna release the Pokemon trading card game, which what was the fourth game? There was like a fourth game that they were gonna release. I don't remember what it was.
F-Zero Maximum Velocity. Like,
No,
right.
we'll get
Velocity.
we'll get to that.
Golden Sun is
And
coming.
Metroid Fusion as well.
Metroid Fusion, Metroid 2.
Kirby Tilt and Tumble.
Well, hold on, because we were excited for Game Boy. Then they were like, but wait, there's more, and then they show us the GBA.
The Game Boy Advance stuff. Okay, so to touch upon the Game Boy and Game Boy Color, cool filters, cool games. I'm not opposed to anything they have. Link's Awakening DX being on there. Really funny because they have Link's Awakening, whatever the remake was, but funny that they have it there.
It's nice to have.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to have options.
Minish Cap is on there. I've actually never played that one, and I'm happy to play it now. Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. We're definitely gonna have to play that one. I wanted to stream it. Well, you wanted to stream it, but you gave me the idea that I should also stream it. Mario Kart Super Circuit, Super Mario Dance 4. You know, Mario Bros 3. WarioWare.
Yeah.
I'm happy with that. I'm happy to try that out.
Oh, that's my title. I am more than very happy with the Nintendo Switch Online video games that we have, because not only are they just, they're not just the old games, but you can also play online with them. Like, I love that. This really opens up the door to some of the games that I wasn't able to play multiplayer with back in the past. I think there's Four Swords should be coming to the service. Legend of Zelda Four Swords Adventure.
I hope it does.
Yeah, it
That's
should.
one of the more expensive ones.
And it'd be great to play with friends online. Super Mario Advance 4, Mario Brothers 3, that has 2-player online, fantastic. Kirby and the Amazing Mirror has 4 players, also another game that, despite the fact that I just said Kirby's Return to Dreamland is not a game I want, I do want to play the Amazing Mirror with friends. Mario Super Circuit's got multiplayer, I want to play that. I'd love to see the Sonic Advance titles come on to the service to play online with a friend. That'd be awesome, but gotta wait
Pretty
and see. Gotta wait and see for that one. And what was it? WarioWare! My God!
Oh.
My jam! I love WarioWare. The minigame should be very, very fun, so definitely gotta give that a try.
So they decide to just drop Metroid Prime 1.
Worst game ever made.
This one was what, $30, $40?
It is a $40
It's 40
price
bucks.
tag. 40.
Which is understandable.
Understandable?
Yeah, for me.
It's shocking. I am literally surprised.
That's why
so
it's shocking, because it's understandable.
I'm so shocked that it's $40. It's like Sock said. It's because Nintendo needs to pump those sales out. So they need to do it then, by making it look gorgeous and making it a $40 price tag.
I was looking at the remake, the one on the Wii, and I was comparing it to this one, and this one, I do agree, I think it does look better. Well, not just because of graphical terms, but just like the way things are designed too.
Yeah, I was really taken aback. Like, the Metroid Prime trilogy look great. Like the original games for GameCube and Wii look incredible. I never would have figured you'd need more than a simple upscaling. But this game, it looks, when I dream of a new F-Zero game in my head, it's got graphics like this. So this game, this Metroid Prime remaster has made me come around and say, okay, I think I want a GX port now.
If they can get it to be like Metroid Prime, then yes, absolutely. I would be completely on board.
Tom Nook has had enough. He has now recruited you to go fight.
Ooh, that'd be cool. I'd love if, you know what, you're gonna...
The earnesty in your voice, that'd be cool.
Because I could imagine just the raccoon giving you the gun, and it's all of a sudden, it's like, alright, well, we need rations, we need food. Go kill the non-humanoid animals. And,
Very true.
survive in the wild. That's kind of what I was hoping that Horizons would be, but... Oh, this is my segment! Oh! Welcome!
We were expecting this one, but there was an unexpected twist to it.
Very expected DLC.
Yeah.
Obviously, I did not pay $80 just to have Nintendo give me nothing. Instead, they gave me DLC for a very old game. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has my admiration. It has my hatred for being the only Mario Kart we've seen in almost a decade, but It also has my full and undivided attention for bringing the Yoshi's Island track. What? What do you mean they're making Mario Kart courses based off of actual Mario video games? I have to say this is one of the happiest days of my life.
The big one.
Tears of the Kingdom, Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild 2. More about Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts 2, huh?
Well, you see, it was a game. He was in a car, and I don't want to go back to 5 minutes ago about putting characters in the car.
Can't wait to
And a
see
redesigned Redead like the one we saw in the trailer for Tears of the Kingdom. Did you catch that? Had a little mandible going on.
I did not know. I'm not interested in Tears of the Kingdom because I wasn't interested in Breath of the Wild. But here I am, my pre-order from Best Buy. I'm gonna have to cancel that because why would I have it?
I really loved Breath of the Wild when it came out, and even to this day, I'll go back and mess around in it. I think it was extremely extremely fresh for Zelda. Of course, then there was that whole trend with open world games, and that's another discussion. So this is actually pretty interesting that we're even watching this, to be honest. And I'm looking at Tears of the Kingdom here, and while I am interested in what the story has to say, I just don't. I look at this and I'm thinking, what is like? I know what's different, but like I feel like it wouldn't feel too different from Breath of the Wild, if that makes sense. Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time, which did something kind of similar, not similar to this game, but like sort of like a continuation, alternate.
Are you positing that
I'm looking at
what
this
you're
and
seeing? Yeah.
What I'm seeing right
Go
here
ahead.
is just like I'm just like I'm not as excited as I was for Breath of the Wild, if that makes sense.
Are you positing that what you're seeing of this game doesn't look like it would have been out of place as like DLC for Breath of the Wild? Whereas Majora's Mask, even though it was reusing assets and played the same, was a very different game from Ocarina of Time. Yeah, I feel the same way. I haven't played Breath of the Wild, and I feel like I would enjoy it if I did. I bought it on Wii U, actually. But yeah, it's just not my cup of tea, and I do like the world of Zelda, but the way it's been translated for Breath of the Wild, the art style, I feel is a little bland. Like it's fine, it's functional, it looks good, looks great in places, but it doesn't have the same energy or feeling or passion that you get in Ocarina of Time or even Skyward Sword. I take a lot of issue with a lot of the designs in Skyward Sword, but even then it feels magical, whereas Breath of the Wild and even Tears of the Kingdom are kind of muddy. I'm just not as into the way it looks.
All right, awesome. Thank you guys for joining us. Thanks for coming in and discussing all of this. I know it was a very lengthy discussion, but hey, that's what happens when there's a lot to talk about. And make sure to check out all 3 of our channels. You can go and subscribe to ATalkingSock on YouTube. You have TheRetroCount on YouTube, and then of course you can subscribe to me ItzaMii channel. And make sure to leave comments letting us know what your favorite games are. You guys have any other comments for our viewers, huh?
Thanks for watching.